Today we're going to be working on shapes of shots, how to do it from ball position, club face, and path. We're going to work on a little drill here, a little clinic that we're going to do. This is going to be 9 balls on the ground for 9 different ball flights. We're going to talk about how we're going to be able to hit all of those. So, get our balls lined up here first. Okay. So just a quick question for anybody, what's the easiest shot to hit for all of you guys? Or what's the most common shot that pops up? Okay, left to right. Harder shot to hit is probably right to left, huh? Okay. So we know that club face is open for a left to right shot, yeah? And the path most likely works outside to in. Okay, guys, welcome to clinic number 2. This one's gonna be over putting. Trying to match speed to break. Y'all tell me out of the 4 of y'all, what's the hardest thing for you out of those 2 pieces? Is break or direction hardest to find when we're out playing? Or a combo of both? Do we struggle more with break or speed?
Break.
Oh,
Yes?
hard.
Both?
Speed.
Speed? Okay. Break? Okay. So, is it hard for us to read greens or is it hard for us to, yeah? I'm getting a yes over there. So this is kind of what we're going to do today. We're kind of going to learn how to read greens with a combination of how to try to match the break to the speed to get the ball closest. Missed it on the right side of the hole, on the high side of the hole, where the ball has a chance to go in. Trying to give ourselves the best chance at making these putts. I like to see the ball die into the hole. So we're going to work on more of a drill today that's going to work on that type of speed. There's different players. I know from 6 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, we can take more of a straighter in, firmer stroke, knocking back the hole. We're going to work some from 20, 30 feet today, trying to get those inside a 1, 2, 3 foot circle today. Okay. Guys, welcome to clinic number 3. Bunker shots. And we're going to make this a little bit more than just getting out of a bunker. We're going to try to talk about how the ball gets out of the bunker. We've got 2 different wedges here. We've got our highest lofted wedge and a gap wedge or pitching wedge for most of y'all. My belief in a lot of sand play is I can get out of the bunker the same with a 7-iron that I could with a 56 bunker wedge. Why? Can somebody tell me why that might be?
Just playing the sand.
Because we don't ever hit the ball, do we, out of this shot? Right. Never touch the ball. It's all a matter of how much sand we move. Okay? So Greg can come out here with 5-iron and beat me all day long with my 58-degree wedge. Because it's not a matter of how much loft we have, it's a matter of how much sand we move. Okay? Some people say, he says it's the easiest shot in golf. Most people beg to differ. Okay? Because we don't ever hit the golf ball. So what we're going to do a lot of today is learning what the proper sound, feel, how much sand we need to get ball out. Okay? I know we've got a little bit longer distance bunker shot here. Wish we had our short game area done. This would be a lot easier, but we're not going to work on absolutely getting the ball all the way to the green today. We can get there, but we're going to start with a little bit of the basics here of just getting it out onto that mound right there, which is going to be our green. Okay. Guys, welcome to our 4th and final clinic. Thanks all for being a part of these for me. We're going to talk about a little bit of the difference between chipping and pitching today. Chip shots, pitch shots. There's a difference between the two. Not necessarily having to change clubs, which most people do. We'll just take a different club, use an 8-iron when they're around the green, use a gap wedge, sand wedge, pitching wedge from a little farther away. First off, y'all each tell me, of those 2, chips or pitches, which are harder? Which do y'all struggle with the most? The 30 or 40 yarder, the ones around the green, or both? Most people struggle with both.
Depends on the day. Yeah.
Lie?
Depends
Okay.
on if I'm in this lane out stuff.
Okay. Yep. We'll get to that for sure, because it's tough chipping out of thick Bermuda rough because you don't know how it's going to come out every time, especially when it sits down at the bottom. That's a tough thing that a lot of people don't know how to do. And then reading the grain is the other part you guys have came across out here. When we got a lie right here, and we've got to go back into that grain right there. That's, I think, one of the toughest shots for most people. That's what they get most afraid of, because we'll chili dip it, stick it into the grain will grab the club. Then the other one, we don't want to get any of that grain, so I'm going to try to just brush, then I'll hit the scully across the green. Okay? So I know we've both done all those things. The most common one from into the grain is that one. That one's really fun. That one's scary, so then the next one I get, well, okay? I'm sure we've all done both of those before. Okay? There's ways we can battle it, whether it's the amount of bounce on our clubs, the club we're using, but there's also ways that I can take any club with any amount of bounce, and if my fundamentals and I'm striking the golf ball the right way, I can make it work. Okay, obviously there's different bounces and lofts to help offset some of that stuff, but I'm gonna talk a little bit about just the basics on how to get in the right, kind of like our bunker lesson last week was how to get in this right setup position every time to ensure that the club's gonna enter the sand in the right spot. Well, now I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get back to the ball first every time.